One of the biggest things for me, and maybe even for you, in Renegade Line will be the different types of game modes available. What I hope for is one big game mode, which will be competitive, but also available for casual play, and a few game modes just for casual play. So, the game mode, which I expect to be the main game mode, is Conquest, or however you call it, which most of us know from BFH, Battlefield Heroes. If you don't, I'll explain it for you right now. Conquest is a plate on a map with a few points on the game that you can capture. In our case, those points are flags, since some pictures have been released for Renegade Line with flags on them. They might get replaced, but I don't think so. Your and your enemy team will start off with a certain amount of tickets. Every kill stands for 1 ticket, and if you have the majority of the flags, 1 kill equals 2 tickets. The goal of Conquest is to get your enemy's tickets to 0, and then you will win the game. The reason why I think this game mode is great for competitive play is because you need to team up to capture a flag. At the moment you're going to capture a flag on your own, you have to be very lucky, outplay your opponents, or clutch really hard. Which is a great thing if you pull that off, but that's not really how you should play a team game, in my opinion, but clutching is always nice. One thing that the developers have to be careful for is that they balance it correctly, which probably won't happen when the early alpha is released, since they don't have any player feedback yet. I really hope the developers will make some great variety of maps to make this game mode enjoyable. So let's move on to the casual play, which I personally like, but I mostly play competitive modes with the games I play right now. An important thing about your favorite game is that you enjoy it. That's just for me my main thing. And I enjoy playing competitive mode, so that's what I do. Sometimes your teammates don't do what you want and you get frustrated really bad. And one thing to untilt you is casual play. For me at least. It's less about winning and more about having fun, playing the things you like, just goofing around and stuff. And that's very important to me since I won't go pro in any game anyway. If the game will be released with the competitive mode only, or hell, only with a casual game mode, I'm fine with that. But at some point there has to be a second game mode to vary your games. The amount of maps is also a great thing for varying. The reason I'm talking about this is so you actually won't get bored with the game. That's all I'm trying to say. This is better for me to enjoy the game, and also better for the developers, since satisfied customers just are more profitable than players who are fed up with the game. Take BFH for example. I was really fed up with the game, and I actually quit like half a year or maybe even longer before the game actually shut down, because you just saw the closure of BFH coming. I used to pump a bit of money into it. It's not much, it was like 30 or 40 euros, but for a 15 or 16-year-old kid, it's like still a big amount of money, since I didn't get that much money at that time. But some people just really liked the game and spent even more money, in the thousands of euros, because they just loved the game and they wanted to support the developers, which in the end people say they ran away with their money, but the money went into developing the game. But at a certain point you just felt the closure of BFH, and that made me just didn't want to waste any more money onto games which I do not enjoy. I see contributing to a game to finance the free-to-play game as a invest of my enjoyment. You know what I mean? I pay because I want to enjoy the game. And with some games I do that, but I'm most of the times I'm not going above 60 euros, because most of the games are 60 euros in the store. But I'm going a little bit off topic here, but it's okay, because this was actually kind of the video. It's not long. I don't know anything to talk about, so I wanted to talk about game modes. That there have to be like a few game modes which should vary the game, so we don't get fed up with the game. We can enjoy ourselves, but that's something for later for the developers, I think. So in conclusion, I would just want to say, As future customers of Renegade Line or Raw Vengeance, we never want to get the feeling that we have completed the game. I actually had this feeling with BFH due to the fact of them not updating their game anymore. I could talk hours and hours about how to make the game more interesting, but I don't think it's time for that right now. But for the next time. I hope to see you in my next video, because I will be there.